On August 10th, 2024, around 7:30 p.m., Florida Highway Patrol troopers located a stolen Toyota SUV near Alton Road and 56th Street. The suspect, 46-year-old Savalas Cigar, had allegedly threatened the owner, Glenda Defus, with a hammer before stealing the vehicle. Her disabled and deaf brother, who was inside at the time, managed to get out before Cigar fled. Florida Highway Patrol troopers made their first attempt to stop the vehicle using a pit maneuver at Alton Road and West 42nd Street, causing the SUV to spin out. However, the driver regained control and continued to flee. A second pit maneuver on the Alton Road ramp to the Julia Tuttle Causeway caused the SUV to overturn and come to rest on its side. Savalas Cigar was transported to Jackson Memorial Hospital's Rider Trauma Center with non-life-threatening injuries and later taken into custody. He faces multiple charges, including grand theft auto, fleeing police, and driving without a license. His bond was set at $11,000, and he remains at the Turner Guilford Knight Correctional Center. At approximately 5:45 p.m. on July 5th, 2026, Trooper Monroe received a request to assist in the pursuit of a white Nissan Sentra. He intercepted the pursuit on Interstate 530, and as it passed his location, he immediately joined the chase in support of the pursuing units.
Move over, right. About to do it? Speed 110, high traffic, still southbound.
Tennessee, boy, Tom, 7832, the white Nissan Sentra. Looks like you might be trying to stop. Good absolute Rock, there's a blue Explorer that's not on PDA speed. I don't know who it is. And I can't get up there to GDI.
Here's Grant County.
Yeah.
53rd Road.
Following a precise pit maneuver at more than 110 miles per hour, the female driver exited the Nissan and was taken into custody without further incident. A records check later confirmed that her driver's license was suspended, which was likely the reason she chose to flee.
Hey, behind your back.
At approximately 7:45 a.m. on June 11, 2025, Trooper Walcott received information about a vehicle wanted in connection with multiple armed robberies. Minutes later, a vehicle matching the description passed by him. He quickly pulled out and began following, preparing to initiate a traffic stop. The driver did not stop immediately, Instead, the vehicle continued at a slow speed with the right turn signal activated, as if preparing to pull over. The suspect eventually pulled over to the side of the road, but just as Trooper Walcott was about to step out of his patrol vehicle, the driver suddenly accelerated, fleeing at speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour, unaware that this decision would ultimately lead to a tragic outcome. During the pursuit, the suspect pulled out a firearm and fired toward Trooper Walcott. Moments later, while traveling at speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour, the suspect lost control. The vehicle veered off the roadway, went airborne, and crashed into multiple trees in a wooded area beside the road. The driver was later identified as Joey Vincent Simmons II, 23 years old. He was ejected from the vehicle and pronounced dead at the scene. Had he stopped at the beginning, the outcome may have been very different. Around 9:35 a.m. on December 16, 2024, in West Allis, Wisconsin, police were dispatched after receiving a report of a vehicle theft near the intersection of 58th Street and National Avenue. A stolen Mazda was located parked in the lot of a Taco Bell. As soon as the suspect realized patrol units were closing in, he immediately accelerated and fled. Officers quickly moved in pursuit.
Continuing north on Major.
306, he crashed into my squad, head on. Crash into a squad, rammed a squad, heading to 60 National, going east.
He's pulling that one down. We're in pursuit of that car in Eastbound National. Crashed into a marked squad. We're about 5-6 right now. Eastbound National speeds are 77, traffic medium. And roads are a little wet. Officer, okay. You guys up ahead, one of you behind you, call it out. Still eastbound on National. We're doing about 75 miles an hour. He's going into oncoming traffic right now. Dude, officer hurt. No, Ricky is fine, but you'd be head on spot. Keep calling it out. If he's out there, probably balls. We're past Sun Parkway. We're doing about 90 miles an hour. It's pretty clear with traffic right now. It is a little slippery with the road. However, we are being able to catch up to him right now. Sales patching that pursuit eastbound on National from went northbound on 3-4. Northbound on 3-4. We're now eastbound on Pierce. Eastbound on Pierce. He's going northbound now on 27. Northbound on 27. Northbound on 27. Pretty close to the viaduct right now. We're doing about 70 miles an hour. Light traffic. There was another agency that throw sticks. We're looking for pursuing crash into a marked spot. Also stolen vehicles. Reckless driving. Still northbound on 27, just went through red light at Clybourne. Went into oncoming traffic at Wisconsin. Going in oncoming traffic again, and I think it's Wells. Still northbound though on 27. Oh, sorry, that was. Did it look disabled at all to you? The front end damage should be moderate.
Negative. No front end. There's damage, but he's still moving pretty good. We're passing 240 eastbound.
They're eastbound on Highland. Eastbound on Highland, right up by 2322. Calling out there.
Eastbound Highland, he's in the westbound lanes of traffic. There's no traffic passing 15th. Speeds are 70. He is slowing. We are at 13th Street. Slowing again, looking to make a turn. Crash, crash, crash.
After several minutes of pursuit, an officer attempted 2 pit maneuvers in quick succession. A third pit forced the suspect's vehicle into the curb. Even then, the driver remained defiant, steering away from patrol units and continuing to flee.
Okay, back to 14th Street, northbound on 14th.
We're going through the park. We're going north, what would be 15th, through this park area on the sidewalk.
We're in the park at 15th Street. Milwaukee, if you can throw sticks, I appreciate it. Hit a marked squad. Come on, move you guys. You guys got my boy. Boy, did it.
Show your fucking hands! That's it!
Let's go back.
Get on the fucking ground now! Or you might be shot! Get on the ground!
After a brief foot chase, the driver, later identified as 24-year-old Austin, was arrested after a taser was deployed. He initially faced 7 charges, including first-degree reckless endangerment, multiple counts of fleeing and eluding, illegal firearm possession, meth possession, and resisting arrest, with several counts enhanced due to prior offenses. At a court hearing, Austin agreed to plead guilty to 3 felony charges, 2 counts of fleeing and eluding, and 1 count of illegal firearm possession. The most serious remaining charges, including reckless endangerment and meth possession, were dismissed but noted on the record. The court ordered Austin held on a $25,000 bond. On July 6, 2025, at approximately 9:23 p.m., Trooper David was assisting with a safety checkpoint at the intersection of SC 513 and County Line Road when a vehicle entered the checkpoint area. The driver suddenly stopped, then slowly rolled forward. Moments later, the driver ignored the stop sign and verbal commands from troopers on scene, accelerated, and fled southbound on SC 513 toward SC 41. Trooper David immediately returned to his patrol unit, activated his emergency lights and siren, and initiated a pursuit.
Somebody call something out.
You want a 157?
Myself and you 142. 8745, picked up the vehicle. 5513, it's 41. If one of y'all can get up here, hey, come take over. I ain't got radio signal.
Where's the vehicle?
He was trying to catch up. It's still a little piece in front of me. It's that car down with the only lights on you can see. He went 14, so this is a good place. Guy, clip.
You gotta give me some room to get around you.
325, we're going to get it at 41, Edgewater Drive. Okay, just turn underneath me. Just turn underneath me. Turn right. Hey, E114, go ahead and go turn 0. We'll figure it out later. So, E114, go ahead. Everybody to 18-2 will be in Williamsburg County. Be secondary 24. Going towards Cooperstown. I know it's a black Honda CRV.
We've been authorized.
No, I just not. Just lane car up till we get street there 130. We're going to be north on East Smith Road, about Supertown. Both will.
10-9 traffic. Or we pit authorized for this.
You broke up. Say again.
I didn't copy traffic. I'm behind this vehicle. We're 130 right now.
Coming up on you, we're just going to be north on Secondary 24. We're coming up Sand Hill. Speed's at 130.
107. Are we pit authorized?
Not there in the pursuit. He's had more requested authorization to pit. So to speak, if I'm 55. Hey, phone. See if you can swap out with E114 since he's having radio issues. In the meantime, call out where you're at. Still on East Smith Road. Come off the Hillston Road. East Smith to Hillston. Speed 80 miles an hour. We'll try traffic looking like it up there. Traffic is animal.
While traveling on Nesmith Road, the suspect suddenly attempted a left turn onto Helston Road. During the maneuver, Sergeant Surratt's patrol unit accidentally collided with the suspect's vehicle. Both vehicles left the roadway and ended up in a ditch. After regaining control, Sergeant David observed the suspect still inside the car. Officers surrounded the vehicle and ordered the driver to come out. The suspect initially refused, and because the windows were heavily tinted, officers could not clearly see inside. After repeated commands, the suspect finally exited through the rear passenger door with his hands raised, but suddenly ran into a nearby wooded area. Officers pursued on foot, but eventually lost sight of him as he disappeared deeper into the woods. At approximately 9:49 p.m. on June 3, 2023, Sergeant McCrae was conducting radar speed enforcement on Highway 79 near Rock Row Bayou when he observed a vehicle traveling at a very high rate of speed. Radar confirmed the vehicle was traveling at 95 miles per hour in a 55 miles per hour zone. McCrae pulled into the roadway and activated his emergency lights to initiate a stop, but the driver refused to comply and fled, leading to a pursuit.
What's your speed? First, contact Monroe County, see if I got anybody close. Yeah, boy.
going to be over the February.
Sorry, Jerry, can you fit him?
After a pit maneuver at approximately 118 miles per hour, Sergeant McCrae lost control of his patrol unit, which left the roadway on the north side, struck an embankment, and came to rest in a ditch. The suspect vehicle also left the roadway on the south side, traveling southeast into a wooded area before stopping near a water-filled ditch. Deputies from the Monroe County Sheriff's Office and additional Arkansas State Police units arrived shortly after. The suspect fled on foot, but was quickly apprehended without further incident. The driver was identified as Joel Robinson. Investigation revealed the vehicle had been reported stolen shortly before the pursuit began in Stuttgart, Arkansas. At approximately 9:22 p.m. on November 27th, 2025, while patrolling Interstate 57, Trooper Brown saw a white pickup truck and a black passenger car speeding northbound. His radar confirmed both vehicles traveling at roughly 100 miles per hour in a 75 mile per hour zone. Trooper Brown initiated a traffic stop on both vehicles.
Out with the black Mercedes passenger car, Texas X-ray George, X-ray 2087, and then Louisiana tag. Stand by, I'll get you that second 28. Louisiana Zebra 668046, white Chevy Silverado.
During the initial contact, the pickup truck's driver cooperated, was cited for traveling 100 miles per hour in a 75 mile per hour zone, and was released without further incident. The Mercedes driver, however, lowered his window only slightly, and Trooper Brown immediately detected the odor of marijuana coming from inside the vehicle.
Mr. Black, back to what I was talking about. Vehicle reeks of weed. You're gonna step out for me real quick. If this is a little bit, man, I ain't worried about it. I'm not worried about a little bit, but it reeks.
I don't smoke weed.
Don't matter. I smell it.
I don't smoke.
Step on out. My man, you gotta step out.
After the pickup left the area, Trooper Brown returned to the black vehicle and instructed the driver to step out so he could investigate the marijuana odor he had detected earlier. The driver refused to comply, then suddenly fled the scene. Trooper Brown immediately began pursuit.
Northbound from the 51, the black Mercedes passenger car, the Texas tag.
The pit maneuver caused the vehicle to spin counterclockwise and crash into the guardrail near the 55-mile marker. A Bald Knob Police Department officer arrived moments later and conducted a felony stop. The driver was taken into custody without further incident. At approximately 11:30 p.m. on August 3, 2025, Florida Highway Patrol officers received information about a wanted drug trafficking suspect traveling on I-275 near St. Petersburg. When officers attempted to stop the vehicle, the driver refused to comply and fled, initiating a pursuit.
I think I can light him up. Hit. Oh, man! Oh! Hands! Let me see your hands! Watch out for traffic! Hands! Come on, go the vehicle. Oh, please help me. Please. Turn the fuck around over here. My leg, please. My leg, look at my leg. Yeah, let's see it. Keep it like down. Get up fucking way. Oh, man, grab my ass.
Within just over a minute, officers ended the pursuit with a precise pit maneuver. As officers approached, the suspect reached for a loaded Smith & Wesson 10mm handgun. One officer kicked the suspect to prevent him from accessing the weapon. The suspect was then taken into custody and charged with multiple drug-related offenses, as well as fleeing and eluding law enforcement. At approximately 11:33 p.m., Trooper Hatcher joined the pursuit while on Westville Road near the intersection with McClure Road and assumed the lead position. The motorcycle continued fleeing southbound on Westville Road at around 55 miles per hour, with no other traffic in the immediate area.
Black jacket, black helmet, black backpack. Speed's about 50, no trouble.
10-4 speeds 50 in traffic.
Just went off there.
No, Rob Warling.
10-4.
Still about 50. Email it here just a minute.
10-4.
I'm borrowing 5 copies. We're in around the office.
We're still southbound. Speed is still about 50. We're coming up going Crawford Road.
10-4 Crawford Road.
At approximately 11:35 p.m., at the intersection of Westville Road and Crawford Road, the rider, later identified as Brian Beacom, lost control of the motorcycle and abandoned it. Beacom was taken into custody without further incident. He was later transported by Alma police officers to Baptist Health in Van Buren for treatment of minor injuries. After receiving medical clearance, he was booked into the Crawford County Detention Center.
Well, guess what? Now you're selling. Did I tell you to stand up? It's in your pocket here. Anything on you legal? Guns, knife? No, I don't got. I have a knife in my pocket.
10-4 10-15.
What are you running for? Because I just told you I have a warrant. Well, that's kind of stupid, right? Yeah. My face messed up. I hope. No, you're still ugly. Your lip's bleeding. You hurt anywhere else? You need an ambulance? You need an ambulance?
At approximately 5:33 p.m. on March 25th, 2026, an officer conducting traffic enforcement observed a group of 3 dirt bikes and 2 ATVs traveling past. 1 ATV and 1 dirt bike were seen performing wheelies. The officer immediately attempted to initiate a stop, but none of the riders complied, leading to a pursuit.
Hold on. Eastbound at Madison.
I'm going to be behind 4 motorcycles, 2 dirt bikes, 1 ATV, eastbound on Asher. I've lit them up, they're fair to yield. They're reckless, I already got them. Yeah, they're doing wheelies. I got behind the passenger doing wheelies on the main. Just reckless. Our speeds are 45. No traffic this time. They're splitting up. I'm going to be following the 2 motorcycles. They went north on the southbound.
The group then split up in an attempt to evade, causing the officer to briefly lose visual contact. He later reacquired 1 ATV and continued the pursuit, while another officer pursued 2 of the dirt bikes.
Coming up the Broadway, but you know which way he's going. He's coming to the red light. Southbound Broadway from 17.
Although the ATV was not traveling at extremely high speeds, its maneuverability made it difficult for the officer to stop it. The officer focused on maintaining visual contact and providing location updates so assisting units could respond and help bring the ATV to a stop. After approximately 6 minutes of pursuit, the ATV entered a rough, off-road area where the patrol vehicle could not continue. The officer lost sight of the ATV, and a brief search of the area yielded no results. This time, the pursuit ended without an arrest, as the ATV was able to escape due to its off-road capability. At about 10:55 p.m. on December 4th, 2024, Officer Baker was on patrol along Macon Road when he observed a silver Toyota Camry traveling eastbound. The car was swerving within its lane, and a check revealed it had no valid insurance. Officer Baker activated his emergency lights and siren to initiate a stop. The driver slowed, but continued eastbound at a high rate of speed, drifting onto the shoulder before finally pulling over in the far eastbound lane of Macon Road near Pond View Court. Officer Baker notified Troop D Communications of the traffic stop.
For Edward 0438, RZE 0438, Silver Camry.
In the next incident, a driver led police on a high-speed chase that ended in tragedy.
up on a red light. Slowing down, traffic left. Stopping, good right. One car ahead of us. Alright, he's braking. I want to put him into the truck. He brake checked me on the 50, good contact. Clear, brake check on the 50.
At a curve, both the suspect and Officer McMillan lost control and crashed into the wooded area beside the road. The crash left both of them seriously injured, but with non-life-threatening wounds. If the suspect had simply stopped and accepted a speeding ticket, the outcome could have been far less severe.
105, just past Ingram. It's a Chevy Impala, I believe. Sorry, you're going to be driving, okay? Unbreakable. Go for a cross.
In the early hours of January 26, 2025, Trooper Wright received a report about a white Chevrolet attempting to flee from law enforcement. Acting swiftly, he sprang into action and began searching for the vehicle. The driver had been identified as speeding and recklessly evading police at dangerously high speeds.
Stand by.
After a few minutes of searching, Trooper Wright spotted a vehicle matching the description. At that moment, the driver was fleeing at an estimated speed of around 130 miles per hour. Trooper Wright accelerated his cruiser to 141 miles per hour in an attempt to catch up and stop the vehicle, but the attempt was unsuccessful. The driver continued to accelerate, pushing even harder to escape from law enforcement.
TBI.
Come on the T.
Just past the curve, slow down.
Hey, K9's gonna be on the ground. K9's gonna be on the ground. I'm on the T. Here, about to 285. 285.
I have West Memphis with me.
Realizing the driver had no intention of stopping, Trooper Wright executed a tactical vehicle intervention maneuver, causing the suspect's car to spin counterclockwise before coming to a halt. The driver, later identified as Darwan L. Head, jumped out of the vehicle, leapt over the median, and attempted to flee on foot. However, officers quickly apprehended him just a short distance away. Upon searching the vehicle, police discovered a loaded handgun positioned right next to the driver's seat.
Hey, you better get shot, motherfucker. Get down! Hey!
You drunk or what? No. Huh? I'm a smoker. Hey!
At approximately 2:09 p.m. on July 4th, 2026, Trooper Aide observed a white Cadillac CTS matching the description of a vehicle associated with a wanted felony suspect. The Cadillac accelerated to approximately 100 miles per hour in an apparent attempt to evade law enforcement. Trooper Aide caught up to the vehicle and initiated a pursuit as it turned onto Brittany Road.
Dispatch, he just turned on Brittany straight back now.
About to come back out on 69. 28 Arkansas, Adam David Boyd, 64 X-ray, ADB 64X. We're east on 69.
Not taking another way down the bottom to return. We just came out on 69. The 28th Adam David Boyd, 64 X-ray, ADB 64X.
That you just check me, we wrecked here at Double B's North. Get out of the fucking car! Jump your goddamn heads! Straight to the ground!
Following a pit maneuver, the driver, later identified as Xavier Dodson, surrendered and was taken into custody without incident. 3 juveniles were also inside the Cadillac, but investigators determined they were merely passengers and were not involved in the incident. At approximately 4:37 a.m. on April 26, 2026, Trooper Ben Ibarra was stopped at a red light on University Avenue when he observed a gray 2019 Dodge Journey turn from Colonel Glenn Road eastbound onto University Avenue northbound while traveling in the southbound lane, nearly causing a head-on collision. Ibarra began following and attempted to initiate a stop, but the driver chose to flee.
No, I got it. Stay on. Me at University in Colonel Glad, it might be coming to a stop. I'm going the wrong way there. It's here. And we're going back northbound on 083 Victor King Road. 083 Buchanan. Simple, TBI. TBI, UALR. They still roll a little bit, but he's missing a wheel.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I did.
999.
Show me your hands. Show me your fucking hands, dude. Show me your hands. Show them to me. Show me your hands.
After a second pit maneuver, the Dodge was disabled. The driver, identified as Christopher M. Williams, immediately locked the doors, ignored commands to show his hands, and continued to act in a defiant and non-compliant manner.
Listen to me, you're about to get tased. You want to get tased, bro? Put it down right now. Put it down right now. 2 seconds. Put it down. All the way down. All the way down.
I'm trying to unlock my phone.
I don't care about your phone, dude.
Y'all get on here.
Get out. Get out.
Hold on.
Get out.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, man. Hold on, man.
Give me your hand. Give me your hand, dude. Give me your hand. Give me your fucking hand, dude.
What I do?
Give me your hand.
After being removed from the vehicle, Christopher M. Williams kept his right hand concealed near his hoodie pocket and resisted. Facing an unclear threat, Trooper Ben Ibarra struck him to gain control. Williams continued resisting, but was eventually handcuffed. Ibarra noted a strong odor of alcohol and slurred speech. Williams was searched and placed in a patrol unit. A search of the vehicle revealed a loaded Kel-Tec 5.56 millimeter AR-style pistol, which was seized as evidence. On August 26, 2023, at approximately 11:45 p.m., Trooper Morris stopped a black BMW displaying Tennessee temporary tags on the entrance ramp from Martin Luther King Jr. Drive to eastbound Interstate 40 after noticing the vehicle had a defective headlight. As Trooper Morris approached the passenger side, the driver suddenly shifted into gear and sped away, triggering an extremely high-speed pursuit.
813.
get another unit up here and need supply. I'm right here at the 283 with you.
Following a pit maneuver at approximately 128 miles per hour, near mile marker 283 on Interstate 40, the BMW came to a stop. The driver, later identified as Damon Jones, was taken into custody without further incident. A search of the BMW revealed no vehicle registration or proof of insurance, and records confirmed that Jones was driving with a suspended license.
Put him in my car.
At about 5:25 p.m. on June 27, 2022, the Lonoke County Sheriff's Office received a call about a man who had stolen a dump truck and was trying to escape. Deputies quickly began pursuing the vehicle, but once located, the suspect drove erratically, swerving across the roadway and becoming increasingly reckless. Officers knew that stopping a suspect in control of such a massive, heavy-duty truck, especially one being driven so dangerously, would be a serious challenge.
Talking to Kevin, they've got spike strips coming. Just let us know where he goes. We'll get spiked. Looking at him, he turns the gravel up here. Yes, sir. A few times didn't state a request, asking for their assistance, so they know we are asking for their assistance. Roger, maybe I'm going to come through 104, you want around?
West on Granger. Going back northbound.
Get out of the way!
As deputies kept up the chase, Trooper Cornwell deployed a spike strip in an effort to disable the dump truck. The vehicle did hit the strip, but with so many tires, a single puncture wasn't nearly enough to stop it from rolling on.
Yeah, eastbound. We're going back to 89 and 15. He just totaled out 58 units.
Your unit that was set up 1050, my unit advising they just hit him. Confirm they just hit your unit.
Minutes later, Trooper Little positioned his patrol car across the road as a barricade, hoping to force the suspect to stop. For a brief moment, it looked like the driver might comply, but his next move made it clear to officers that they needed to be even more alert and cautious in handling the situation.
Let's try again. Say dial, then the phone number, or say call, then the full name and phone type you want to call.
We're still west on Carson Bridge. Actually, we're pretty close.
Sorry, I missed that.
I'm on west on Carson from 15.
You can interrupt this code message and give a command by pressing the voice button on the steering wheel. To make a call, say things like call John Smith, call John Smith work, or dial 206-555-188. To launch a personal assistant on your connected phone, press and hold the voice button on the steering wheel.
Southbound Charlie Luke.
Southbound Charlie Luke.
Arkansas State Police brought in additional patrol units to try to bring the chase under control, setting up more spike strips along the route. But once again, the traps had little effect on the massive dump truck. The suspect kept pushing forward, driving recklessly and creating a dangerous situation for other motorists on the road. The gunfire appeared to take effect as the dump truck began to slow. One officer used his patrol car to try and force the vehicle down even further, but the suspect remained stubborn and reckless, deliberately colliding with the patrol unit. Officers stayed on high alert, fully aware that his dangerous behavior meant he would remain a serious threat until completely stopped and taken into custody.
You still rolling?
Yeah, we're rolling about 5 miles an hour.
got it. Get that.
Get him out, get him out.
A few minutes later, the dump truck finally came to a complete stop. Officers moved in quickly with weapons drawn and took the driver into custody without further incident. He was identified as 29-year-old Trevor Strickland. Strickland now faces multiple charges, including attempted capital murder, 6 to 30 years in prison, theft by receiving, 5 to 20 years, and fleeing, 3 to 10 years. While no serious injuries were reported, the pursuit caused significant property damage. At about 6:55 p.m. on August 30th, 2025, Grove City police officers spotted a silver vehicle near Walmart on Buckeye Parkway. Inside were two suspects believed to be connected to a theft at Dick's Sporting Goods on Stringtown Road. When officers attempted a stop, the driver hit the gas and sped off, sparking a high-speed pursuit.
We're gonna go southbound on Buckeye Parkway.
You just turned south on Hoover.
Southbound on Hoover.
Is this out of the 30?
He ran with my cruiser as well.
At what speed?
67 and things like that. My cars and people. So 25 miles per hour visual of it. It's probably it's 665 by now.
The chase lasted several minutes before officers lost sight of the suspect's vehicle. Still, police continued searching and soon spotted it northbound on Interstate 71. As soon as the suspects saw patrol units, they hit the accelerator again, pushing speeds past 120 miles per hour.
Still catching up. Speeds are gonna be in excess of 100 miles an hour.
If he's driving 75 cars in the wrong lanes, we can take him out.
We have a crash. Have a crash.
Take green on. That's from westbound green on at 71.
As officers closed in, the driver lost control and slammed into a concrete pillar at the entrance of a cemetery. The impact brought the vehicle to a stop, and airbags were visibly deployed. Officers issued commands for the suspects to exit, but there was no response from inside the car.
Are you with me?
Yep, ready? Copy.
Can you guys hear me? We're gonna get you help. Hang on. Hang tight. We got two trapped. Here, let me get through here. Here. Watch out. Heel.
Copy. Good work for the officers and GSW full clear.
Grab the sledgehammer.
Copy, thanks. Copy.
Oh. Hit it.
Officers found both suspects unconscious inside the vehicle and worked quickly to pull them out as additional units arrived. The pair, identified as Christopher Reed and 47-year-old Kelly Wise, were rushed to the hospital for emergency treatment, but both later died from their injuries. The crash remains under investigation. On May 26, 2025, at approximately 8 a.m., Sergeant Gary Miller with the traffic unit observed a vehicle traveling 20 miles per hour over the posted speed limit in the 2600 block of Northwest 27th Avenue. When Sergeant Miller attempted a traffic stop, the driver ignored the lights and sirens, accelerated, and fled the scene, prompting a pursuit.
27th Avenue, Romeo Alpha Yankee Hotel 96 on a black Chevy, and we're still southbound. Solely westbound on Northwest 21st Street. We're southbound on 35th Avenue Road, not eluding me, but going about 30 miles per hour, 40 miles per hour, coming up to 27. Alright, he's running a red light at I-75. Looks like we're about to get on the interstate. Alright, we're 1031, passing the interstate westbound.
Eastbound on Highway 2.
Turning on Old Bridgeton Road.
60 miles per hour, no traffic.
Coming up 27th Avenue, going southbound.
Coming up to 27th Avenue, going south.
Very just advise how far there one. We're just getting off the airport right now.
Coming up to State Road 40.
Coming up to State Road 40.
A few minutes later, as the driver approached Interstate 75 on Northwest Bridgeton Road, he began to accelerate. Recognizing the threat to public safety, Sergeant Miller decided to perform a pit maneuver to bring the dangerous pursuit to an end.
Mayor, keep us updated on traffic conditions.
Passing Southwest 10th Street, no traffic coming up towards 200.
Southwest 10th Street, no traffic.
Got another pit.
Another pit. Station 1033.
He's driving out of it, going up towards State Road 2.
Coming up to State Road 200.
Passing 20th Street, coming up to 200 right now. We're having somebody stopping traffic on 200.
Passing 20th Street, coming up to 200.
We're westbound on 200.
Westbound on 200.
Hold the traffic. They stop them.
After 2 pit maneuvers, the driver was finally forced to stop. He was identified as 31-year-old Leroy Graham. Graham was taken into custody and admitted he fled because he did not have a valid driver's license. He was booked into the Marion County Jail with a bond set at $5,500, which he posted later that same day. On April 6, 2024, at around 6:01 p.m., Troop D Communications issued a Be on the Lookout alert for a black Nissan Altima with Tennessee temp tags, wanted for felony shoplifting out of Locust Grove. The vehicle was reported heading north on I-75 in Henry County. Trooper First Class Williams spotted the car near mile marker 224, noting front-end damage that matched the alert. He confirmed the detail with dispatch and held position behind the vehicle, waiting for backup before initiating a stop. Trooper Williams activated his emergency lights and siren near mile marker 225 in an attempt to stop the vehicle. The driver refused to comply, sparking a pursuit. The suspect drove recklessly, swerving through lanes, using the emergency lane, and even passing through a gore area, while continuing northbound into Clayton County.
Now going in the left lane. There's a lot of cars for me to, I'm not able to pit. There's a lot of cars around. Everyone able to pit. In the left lane. Now passing the 228. Contact Troop C in Clayton County border.
Near mile marker 230, Trooper Williams attempted multiple pit maneuvers, but each effort was unsuccessful. The suspect continued northbound and exited near mile marker 238 onto westbound I-285, weaving through heavy traffic at speeds of 80 to 90 miles per hour.
Attempted to pit, they still rolling. We in, coming up on the 231, they're going towards the right lane. Yeah, so 237 going north, left lane. They taking the 285, they taking 285, getting off at the 285. Yeah, 285. They just forced the car for officer to shoulder. Still going towards 285, going west 285. Yeah, full west 285. Pit. Start 52.
Near a bridge, Trooper Williams confirmed the road was clear and executed a successful pit. The suspect vehicle hit the eastbound barrier with the front passenger side, bounced back into the westbound barrier, spun clockwise, and stopped in the far right lane facing northeast. Trooper Williams exited his patrol car with his Glock 45, took cover behind the driver's door, and issued loud commands. A woman exited the front passenger seat with her hands raised and complied.
Step out with your hands up. All right, step. Don't move, okay? Just try to get down on the ground as best as you can. Passenger, stand up. Walk backwards down on your knees. Lay down on your stomach. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
The driver was also taken into custody and pleaded for help, claiming she couldn't move due to a knee injury. She was identified as Haley Christine Bott of Tennessee. The passenger was identified as Crystal Lachelle King, also from Tennessee. Bott was later released to medical personnel for treatment, and a warrant was issued for her arrest. Further investigation revealed the Tennessee temporary tag on the vehicle was fake. At approximately 3:20 p.m. on May 25, 2023, Officer George attempted to stop a white Dodge Charger displaying an expired Georgia temporary tag, which had been out of date for over a year. Further investigation revealed the vehicle had no insurance, a suspended registration, and a tinted license plate cover. The driver initially stopped on westbound Highway 120 near Hill Street, but as the trooper prepared to make contact, the driver suddenly accelerated and fled westbound in a reckless manner.
Far left lane, on shoulder. When Officer George caught up, the suspect was traveling at speeds between 100 and 120 miles per hour in moderate traffic. The driver continued to act recklessly, using the shoulder and aggressively weaving through vehicles at high speed. Given the conditions, officers noted that if traffic had been lighter, a high-speed pit maneuver could have been considered to end the pursuit.
Fayetteville, runs the red light. Alright, he's pulling in the Highland Apartments.
Highland Apartments. You on foot?
Nope, we're still driving. Stay out on the road, stay out on the road. He's gonna get back to the road. Yeah, stay out. He's coming back out to the road. He's coming back to the road. There's only one way in, one way out.
Yeah, I'm not there. I'm just
The pursuit ultimately led into an apartment complex where the suspect endangered multiple residents, including children. The driver then abandoned the vehicle and fled on foot. Officer George gave chase, but quickly lost sight of the suspect. A search lasting several hours was conducted, but the suspect was not located.
Where'd he go? Where'd he run away?
Around noon on February 18th, 2022, Trooper Freeman was stopped at a red light when he spotted a Chevy matching the description of a previously stolen vehicle. A quick license plate check confirmed the car was reported stolen. Trooper Freeman immediately activated his emergency lights to initiate a stop. At first, the suspect vehicle signaled as if to pull over, but moments later, the driver accelerated and fled. Following the pit maneuver at 111 miles per hour, the suspect's vehicle was blocked by the patrol car. The suspect surrendered and was taken into custody without further incident.
Climb out. Climb out. I got you right now. Get on the fucking ground. Go in. I'm coming in. Keep up.
35 Little Rock, yeah, westbound. Stand by.
You good? Yeah, I'm good. Is he the only one?
Check on him down there.
I got him. Stop.
On June 12, 2025, at approximately 12:32 a.m., Trooper Schwab was monitoring traffic on southbound Interstate 49 near mile marker 68 when he observed a black Cadillac pass by with what appeared to be a malfunction indicator illuminated. As he attempted to catch up, the driver accelerated. Radar confirmed the vehicle was fleeing at 114 miles per hour. Schwab notified dispatch and initiated a pursuit. Minutes later, as the suspect slowed to make a left turn at an intersection, Trooper Schwab seized the opportunity to perform a TBI, but the maneuver was not enough to stop the suspect's vehicle.
Shit.
We're still, we are getting back on northbound 7.
I didn't understand what you said.
Nobody cares.
We're not heading northbound. That's 61.
After nearly 10 minutes of pursuit, Trooper Schwab closed in to attempt a pit maneuver at roughly 100 miles per hour. At that moment, the suspect's vehicle suddenly suffered a tire failure and began to slow. Seizing the opportunity, Schwab executed a second pit, sending the Cadillac spinning counterclockwise across the roadway. Trooper Phipps, following close behind, moved in to box the vehicle. On Saturday, May 18th, 2024, at 8:17 a.m., Trooper Pryor overheard radio traffic from the Ashley County Sheriff's Office, reporting a fleeing vehicle headed north on US 165 toward the Arkansas-Louisiana state line. He notified Troop F dispatch and moved south to intercept. By 8:29 a.m., he spotted the suspect vehicle speeding through Wilmot. Trooper Pryor attempted to block its path, but the driver swerved around him and continued north at high speed.
Yeah, 31 going direct to me.
Northbound on 165.
Van, Louisiana 257, George Robert Sam 257, George.
We're northbound, speed 105,
There we go.
As the suspect vehicle continued northbound, it crossed into the oncoming lane, forcing several drivers off the roadway to avoid a head-on collision. Trooper Pryor made multiple attempts to conduct a pit maneuver, but each effort was unsuccessful. He continued providing real-time updates to Troop F dispatch while looking for a safe opportunity to attempt another pit.
Whatever you can, y'all see if y'all can get him stopped. Yeah, cool.
The pursuit continued for roughly 9.7 miles before Trooper Pryor finally reached a safe stretch of roadway with no oncoming traffic, giving him an opportunity to attempt another pit maneuver. This time, the pit was successful. The suspect vehicle spun off the roadway and rolled multiple times before coming to rest on the passenger side. Trooper Pryor and assisting units stopped at a safe distance and issued commands for the driver, later identified as Marquise Mason, to exit the vehicle. Mason complied and was taken into custody without further incident.
Stand by. I'll just give you a call.
While patrolling southbound OR 275 on the Howard Franklin Bridge, Trooper John Gutierrez observed a white Ford Explorer traveling at a high rate of speed in the inside lane, passing other vehicles. He attempted to initiate a traffic stop, but the driver failed to stop and began fleeing. Trooper Gutierrez then pursued the vehicle from approximately mile marker 35 on southbound Y275 to the exit ramp at 54th Avenue South. As the Ford crossed the grassy median and fled off 54th Avenue South, it collided with the rear of an uninvolved BMW. After the crash, the driver abandoned the vehicle and fled on foot, running east on 54th Avenue South. He eventually stopped and was arrested at the exit ramp from 54th Avenue South to northbound Y275.